Give me that heavy mouse acceleration on that main menu.
It's the best.
I remember I died to something that came from the side.
Now, both of you.
I do like the music though. I do actually like the music. This like, you know, enemies could be coming at you music that plays pretty much the entire game. It's like droning drum or whatever. It's pretty good. It's really good for the kind of game it is.
Desk now, both of you.
Notice how that just worked, you know?
Oh, the golden gun. Why is your FPS locked to 60?
Because I forgot to change it. I didn't actually up it. Let's try. Alright, which one do we want? Oh shit.
I mean,
no, fuck!
All the way. Ah, yes.
Like he's not dead. Notice how ridiculously far my dude moves. There's no middle ground. There's absolutely no way to inch around the corner there.
We need to get you to the server.
Christ.
Let's go.
Por que não posso ficar aqui com você debaixo da mesa?
Let's go. Come on.
Okay, I'm coming. Come on.
Like, fuck cover.
The real
Way
security
better.
guards had been run off, paid off, or bumped off. That left us. It wasn't a fantastically comforting thought.
They're all dead. You cannot stay here.
That was the office Victor used at Fabricas Bronco. They'd been keeping an eye on Fabiana from afar. Shame they'd been more interested in supposed infidelities than thugs sizing her up for a snatch.
Over here, Max.
I didn't have time to thumb through the old phrase book Portuguese, but it looked like Victor was asking for campaign contributions. Rodrigo held the family purse strings, and by the looks of it, he held them pretty tight.
This is still an office. It's through here. Come on, Rodrigo tá esperando. Get that thing away from me!
This code should get us into the boardroom. Okay.
Glad to see the security system is keeping the
That BSG Deadlock? I know about that game. Does not look very good. I'm sorry. That's what you do. Run back and forth, dude. Shoot. Suppress them.
Such luck.
Fuck cover.
We're gonna shoot every one of these invaders on the way to the server room so we can lock down the...
Yeah. Of course.
Please, come on!
The server room is just past those cubicles.
Look, I might try out Battlestar Galactica Deadlock at some point, okay? And I'll buy it if I like it. It looked really bad. I looked at a stream of it and it looked not really... It looked like a very flawed game. Which is really sad because I love BSG, right? So, you know, I would love a
These clowns were
3D
the same
tactics
guns
game,
for
right?
hire who jumped our exchange at the stadium. Crotcha Prado, the black bag.
I saw like the first few levels and it
Paramilitary
looked
chose
completely
protecting
brain dead.
Whoever paid the most. I
If I'm
guess
being
that
honest.
made them more like me than I cared to admit. Were they just looking for another payday, or did their business with the Broncos run deeper?
Oh, who knows? That didn't work. Fuck me. This area does not work.
Hey, we're good to go. Let's get that server back online.
Can we just spend a few more
I
minutes?
mean, my issue
Make sure
wasn't
they're all
difficulty. My issue was that
I got
it
your back.
looked like there was no
Poor
depth
kid
to
was
the game.
scared shitless, but I thought we'd seen the worst of it.
It did actually look pretty hard.
The server room is
Well,
just down here.
hard. It did look like you
good,
needed
come on.
some luck to win, but it
just-
looked like there was like
I didn't think I'd have a day like this when I wake up in the mornings.
there was really no like strategy to it.
Fact was,
Beyond
I'd gotten used to
keep your
protecting
units in a
Bronco in the
clump
big bad
and
world.
Kite the enemies
We
to
hadn't
you.
anticipated a siege situation here, hadn't prepared for it. I couldn't tell the kid that. Something told me these guys didn't have security
We
clearance.
download the unlimited trial.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Fuck me.
We've got to get out of here.
Fuck. I'm fucked, dude. It's pretty hard. Alright, we gotta get better. Fuck me. hate this guy.
Pressão redobrada! Eu tenho algo pra você! Mata o filho da puta! Atira na minha Companheiro, você está me ouvindo? Não se mexa, senão eu te mato! Caralho, cara! Você é cobertura, desse jeito! Tô preso aqui! Eu não consigo sentir meu braço! Viado! Eu tenho medo de morrer! Acerta ele! Doesn't look good. Você se retirar, rapaziada. Eu vou te matar.
There seems to be no reason to use the health pack. You seem to get the same amount of HP as if you were to heal. And besides, you can die to a one-shot anyway, so the health pack is better used to not die to a one-shot than it is to actually stay healthy.
Yeah, you do get the free kill when you die, I guess.
Oh yeah, that too, you also get the kill, yeah. That's true. Hello?
Hey.
Hi. I love how in the circle screen menu you can accidentally scroll to the top option and then that will drop your bottom gun, obviously. How that works.
Somewhat weird.
So what's up?
Just wanted to say hi.
I haven't really been awake at this time of day recently.
No problem.
Move.
It's because my sleep schedule's messed up again, but today I'm fixing it.
Or what? Give me a few minutes, eh? I should be able to reboot the system, get all the components back online.
What about Bronco's
I'm also really
office? That's all I
happy
care
about Star
about.
Be able to lock us down,
Galactica
eh? This works.
that they're finally gonna add a feature
Whatever
that
you're
will
doing,
make
do it quick.
everyone's life really
We'll make a sweep
easy.
of the building and then get back
Box
to
select.
Rodrigo's.
Because sometimes you want to stack two ships on top of each other.
Sometimes.
Because having one ship.
Is there
Yeah.
are there AoE weapons that
Security
will hit
system
multiple
is back
ships?
online. Things might be a little
Um,
tougher for our
I
fan
do think
club from
nukes are
here on
capable
in.
of doing that. I don't
Seemed like
know for
breaching
sure.
the perimeter had been no more difficult
But they have a
than
big
strolling
blast
through the
radius, I
front
know that
gates.
much.
Well,
But
if there
hey,
aren't
needs
if there
a
aren't
Trojan
weapons like
horse
that,
to
you would just
arm us
always want to
down
stack your
standing
ships on top
army
of each
is
other all the
a
time
dame, a
anyway.
dork and a
Yeah.
drunk.
My conclusion
Well,
with that game was that it was just about
Engagement.
DPS
I
uptime.
could check in and
Make sure your ships,
he had
make
it
sure
checked
all of your
out.
ships are shooting at all times, and make sure as few of the enemy ships are shooting as possible by just moving in a way where the enemies run into you one at a time, and then never, ever, ever split up. Basically, that was like how I thought you would win that game.
No. Because I've definitely won battles by I have a group, 2 battle stars and 4 frigates, and I make a smaller group in that one, which is 1 battle star and 2 frigates, and I sent them both opposite ways and thin out the enemy that way.
What's the point of this? Why would you do that?
Your guy's
What
working
does
on the
that
security
accomplish?
system
That,
now, sir.
It just came on.
what does that
Okay,
do
good,
better?
then lock yourself down. Stay put.
It's really useful
Let us
when you have
take
to
care of
protect
these guys
this
down here.
transport ships.
Once they realize they can't get to you, they should
yeah,
back
sure.
off.
Especially
Max, try not to completely destroy the place.
Let's just concentrate on staying alive.
I mean, if you're getting attacked from two sides and you have this squishy thing in the middle you have to protect, then you would have to do that. But other than that scenario,
There it went.
it seems like a
He was
game
tucked
that's
up
pretty...
safe. Now I needed to make it to the lobby to complete
There
my
seemed
sweep
to
of the
not really
building.
be any
For
depth
what
to
that
it.
was
There
worth.
seemed to just be the, like, okay, have uptime on your side and take advantage of the stupid AI which will not group up, and that's like the entire game. Because like it's interesting because it's a game where you move and there's like firing arcs and all this shit, but it didn't fucking matter. You just it's so like you just stand and shoot. It's it didn't really look like there was much for
They
you
could
to do.
invoice me.
Firing arcs do really matter because, for some reason, most of the colonial ships have all their guns on the top.
Yeah, sure,
So,
but
as soon as-
you point that side towards the enemy. That's what I'm saying. Like there's no like there's no real maneuvering. In this game,
girl
everything
was
kills
dead.
each other from pretty long range.
Shot through the head by some hero fighting the rich.
At least the
once
version I
lonely
saw.
secretary at a
Like
time.
the kill times were pretty fast, so none of those firing arcs are ever going to matter. There's never going to be any maneuvering or anything.
With battle stars, it's not that big of an issue because the top turrets, they can shoot 360 degrees as long as they are able to shoot. But with most other ships, they only have broadside guns or forward guns only. Sometimes a mix, but not like you can't do it like Battlefield Gothic where you balance the edge of your broadside and your front guns. You can't do that because there's a small gap. That's also interesting.
It looked like we'd seen the worst of it. The elevator would take me back up to Rodrigo's office where we could wait the rest of it out.
I mean, I can take a look at it. I mean, if it's become, I guess, better designed by tweaking some numbers to make the combat more interesting, that would be great. Because I do like these kinds of it's not like a real-time game, but it is like it is you know, it simulates like 5 seconds and then it pauses, and then it simulates 5 seconds and it pauses, right? So it is a turn-based game, but it's more like a real-time game with like scheduled pauses. You know?
But I sensed it wasn't going to
Yeah.
be.
If it would be good, that would be great. And also Battlestar Galactica
Senor
theme is
Branco!
amazing.
Senor
I love
Branco!
BSG.
I can't get through to him. Ever since the security door
What I
is
saw
triggered,
was
never
just
made
a
sound.
completely brainless game about just
Rodrigo, it's
maintaining
Max.
DPS
Open
uptime.
up. Can you hear me?
Eu já tentei.
Senor Branco, open up! I'm gonna try to get in there for
You
the
didn't
roof.
take the
Find
gun with
security
the
guard and
drum
get the hell
mag?
out of here.
Yes.
Nah,
I knew there was
'cause
another
I'm
way
not
in
gonna pick up a
upstairs
gun
for
if
the
I only see
helipad.
it like
The little luxury
sometimes.
runaround that kept the rich looking down on the poor literally as well as metaphorically.
Rodrigo! Rodrigo! Rodrigo!
Was it the base star group that moved? Nope.
Damn it.
Base star is still there.
Of course, he was dead.
They've also announced that they
Clean,
will be
one-shot,
working on
professional
season
job.
2 for
I began to
PS.
look for clues.
Deadlock. Don't know.
Season 2? What the fuck?
Yeah, so basically, the DLCs, Sins and Sacrifice, was the final one for Season 1.
I couldn't
So
get
now they're gonna
playback
do
on
Season
one of the
2, which
cameras,
is
and it looked
just
like
more
the disc
DLC to
was
the first
missing.
game.
Someone in this building was trying to keep things low-key.
Seasons, what the fuck?
But then why had everyone else come driving through the goddamn wall?
Yeah, they called it that.
I mean, isn't it like the first Silent War or some shit?
Yeah.
Fabiana. Even if the man who employed me was dead.
I was gonna make a joke about
wife
Season
was
2 and
still out
Admiral
there.
Kane, because Kane is the
She
best
should be
part of
saved.
the entire show.
Maybe some good.
She is in this.
Nice.
She's leading everything.
Taking the photo from the broken fragments,
That's somewhat
something caught my
delicious.
eye.
Although she's not as bad as in the show, she's still bad. I do also think a
Only
big part of the
blind
appeal
luck
comes from the
it meant
campaign.
The blast wasn't fatal. If I'd been out for any longer, the smoke would have gotten me.
Because yes, you can stomp every Cylon in a battle, but that can
But
still
you can
lose
still
you.
just randomly be unlucky and not have enough to win the war. Yeah, I do. I have looked at the campaign.
If I wasn't immolated, I was gonna get
And
crushed to death.
it is hard, as in you will lose frequently, but it looked like you will lose literally due to bad luck. Literally just roll bad
Two
missions.
people. One was being held in some hole. The other was sitting at his desk with a bullet in his head.
I
And
don't
the
think
company
it's-
that had its logo on
I
my
don't
paycheck
feel
was
like
melting on
that's
top
the
of my
case.
head. Shit. If I survived this, it'd be a victory for gross incompetence. The kid hadn't made it. Fuck. I had to make this corpse-looting coward pay. Getting his gun was more than just expediency. No one would be rebooting his system. Poor bastard.
Feels bad, man.
Come on, come on.
I remember back when Max Payne 3 came out, I played it around until this. There's like this someone section where you need to like push something from your way. The game was somehow bugged. I couldn't get past it.
They'd be serving me up in a churrascaria at this rate.
Oh shit, I'm like cooking? Fuck. They're like dying to eat.
That sucks.
Rodrigo or not, Fabricas Bronco is falling apart quite
Max
literally.
Heat.
Despite his manners, I'd done him a favor. This didn't look like a room where Rodrigo closed multi-million-dollar deals. It looked like a fiery hellhole.
Empurra! Empurra mais forte se você sair dessas penumbras. Mete bala dentro, você não tem a mínima chance. Ah, seu babaca!
The only way out was to use that filing cabinet.
This one? This one?
Yeah, that's the filing cabinet I couldn't push.
You know what the best part is? Technically, I ought to play through this game on the harder difficulties too, so I'll have to play it multiple fucking times. It's the only Max Payne game I have to play multiple times, and it's the only one I don't want to play multiple times.
Change, but I'd take shot in the head over a slow roast on a spit any day of the goddamn week.
I mean, do you know what changes in higher difficulties? Like, what's different? Like slow-mo time percent or damage amounts or whatever? Because I feel like I'm playing one-shot kill regardless. So, I mean, would it even be harder on higher difficulties? Like, if their accuracy is better or their sort of persistence, like how often they shoot you is better, then it would be harder.
If he didn't die before
if it's just like higher damage, it doesn't really matter, I think. Maybe it lens flares more on higher difficulty or something in the cinematic.
Hey! Why? Why Rodrigo Bronco?
Why? What?
Why did you come to kill Rodrigo Bronco?
Came to kill you! Because what you did to us! You killed so many of us!
What reason did this poor bastard have to lie? He would be dead from shock or loss of blood in half an hour, even if I didn't leave him there to burn.
Where's Fabiana?
What?
Fabiana Bronco, where is she?
That Commando Sombra got her! Up the hill!
Then it was up the hill for me, I guess, where the gang held sway. I had to try to figure out who was using these angry paramilitary clowns as some kind of front to kill Rodrigo. I was a mess. Rodrigo Bronco was dead. Fabiana was held hostage. I had no idea who was behind any of this. I felt like a fool. I was a sweaty, gray-haired mess. This place, well, this place was gonna kill me too. I could see that now. I decided that I was gonna die sober, not drunk. At least then I would see who shot me. It was time to take back control from whoever was out to get me. And if I didn't flush them out, at least my midlife crisis would confuse them enough so they did something stupid. It was the only hope I had. I knew I wasn't thinking straight. I'd been drinking and popping painkillers for years. I had a liver like a French goose and skin like red leather. Well, it wasn't perfect. In fact, it wasn't much good at all, but it was gonna have to do. At least I was facing in the right direction.
Alô?
Victor.
Max? Max, you're alive?
Of course I'm alive.
We did not know this. We are lost, Max. Our brother was everything to us.
I understand. Listen, I'm sorry about your loss. Both of you. Rodrigo was a good man. I failed him. But I was tricked.
What happened, Max?
I don't know.
Some guys from the Crush of Prado came into the building downstairs, so while me and the security guard were dealing with them, an assassin must have come in and executed your brother. At least that's how I think it happened.
No, you killed him, Poha. You killed my brother.
What are you talking about? I understand you're upset, but please, why the hell would I do that?
To get his money, to take his money.
How am I getting his money, Marcelo? Please, think. I worked my ass off for your family. I saved your life twice, or more. Right now, I'm going to get Fabiana.
Where is she? Where is Fabiana, eh?
She's in a place called Nova Esperanza.
How do you know this, Max?
One of the Crotch Prado told me just before he died.
Please, bring our sister-in-law back to us, Max. Our family is being torn apart.
How do you like the new look?
So I guess I was finally about to go and experience the other side of Sao Paulo firsthand. The bit people try to ignore. The unpleasant memory they try to obliterate with cocktails and helicopters and parties and lines of blow, like rich fools the world over. I was a day off the sauce for the first time in years and knew I was due a hangover sent direct from Mother Nature.
Parece crack, crack, mas é só insegurança. Fui nessa capeste, os bico cansa. Estressa, é claro, cansa. Whisky neon, pouca luz, ela dança. Tô eu e meus demônios como sempre. Os de sempre. Cigarro, uma da frente, sem fé. Tudo que fala mente. Fundo do poço, osso, dono da docente. Amor, busquei tipo samba.
I had no idea where the hell I was gonna go, so I decided to head straight for the street party that seemed to be raging. Either that or some other fool had gotten there before me and now was being ritually sacrificed. I've had better ideas, but then I've also had worse ones, like accepting this job in the first place.
I mean, like, we just suddenly turned into like season 4 of Breaking Bad.
I need to know if you ever seen this girl, Fabiana. Come here for a second. Look at her.
I know lots of girls. Sexy. Come on, come on. This way.
Where are you going? Wait a minute. Down there?
Isso.
Jesus.
This way, come on.
At least I had found myself a tour guide.
Demorou, vai ser irado, mano. Demorou. Vamos logo.
Oh no,
Where
I
see
have
it,
to hold
there are
down
two
the W
types of
button
people.
now.
Those who spend their lives trying to build a future, and those who spend their lives trying to rebuild the past. For too long, I've been stuck in between. Hidden in the dark. What was I really doing, walking in there with my bad haircut and ridiculous shirt? Was I there to make something right? Or was I just using a messed up situation to indulge myself, grasping at some desperate delusion of control? Maybe the two went hand in hand more than I cared to admit.
A gente não tá no zoológico, turista de merda, achou?
Vendo homens, barracos e morros sem socorro. Ô papai, eu vim devolver o seu sorriso favela. Leve e solta pra cantar. Nunca esquecer como sua paz é bela. A força
I had stumbled into some kind of street party. This was the kind of reality Americans paid top dollar to see. Slums had become tourist attractions, places where yuppies could gawk at the endless spirit of the poor from the inside of their bulletproof buses. I felt dumb and exposed. I missed the booze. Not that it mattered. Sober or drunk, I was hardly undercover. I stood out in this place like a streetwalker in a monastery.
Barracos e morros sem socorro num lugar sem esperança, nada, sem luz que possa inspirar.
Continua andando, caralho! Que porra é essa que você tá fazendo aqui? Como que você sai entrando aqui assim? Anda, vai pra lá!
What do you need, guys? What do you
O que
need?
você tá fazendo aqui? Eu tô te perguntando. Eu te chamei aqui, porra!
Easy, pal, easy.
Ah, então, você é americano de merda.
Look, I didn't mean any offense.
Me dá só uma razão pra eu não te matar, seu americano burro.
Desculpa, amigo, por favor.
Passa tudo que você tem, viado. Pega o dinheiro dele, Ah, relojão, hein? Passa aqui. Dá logo. Filho da puta. Valeu, mano. Bem-vindo à favela Nova Esperança. Agora não, fora daqui.
All things considered, I was gonna have to look on this as a good outcome. I was deep in gang territory. These kids were raised hating clowns like me. Middle-income ass-kickers who protected the rich by shooting kids like them. First day off the sauce, and somehow I'd still ended up in the gutter.
Vamos lá. Vai. Eita. Aí, boa. Joga. Aí, toca pra sabedoria.
If there was one thing I'd learned since I'd been here, it was that Brazilians came out of the womb kicking a ball. And for kids like these, was their one legal chance at a ticket out of here.
Isso, é a coisa mais simples. Vai lá, mostra pra ele. Você escolhe um dos três.
Desculpa, olá. Fala inglês. I'm a little lost. Perdido? Onde estou?
Tá no lugar errado, rapá.
Não compreende. I need a phone, a telephone.
Bora.
Publico.
A gente não é centro de informação turística, não.
Well, they weren't gonna help me. And who could blame them? I was a dumb American in a place where dumb Americans were less popular than the clap. If I was gonna find my way out of this mess, I was on my own. It looked like there was a bar up ahead. The irony was not lost on me. I figured sobriety was no use to me dead.
Passo baseado. Ih, não é tua vez não, passa aí, meu. Aí, tem visto a irmã do Wilson, mano? Aí, o que esse cara quer? Aí, bela camisa, hein? Tu perdeu o fusão, amigo. E aí, mesmo? Gisele veio hoje? Aí, mais gostosa do que nunca. Ô, sai de cima de mim, meu, ô! Maluco, pô.
I hoped this classy-looking establishment would have a phone so I could call Passos. Either that or a gun so I could shoot myself and save these kids the bother.
Hey, that telephone?
Telefone, vai, lá no fundo, ó. Segue em frente.
When you're stuck in a foreign country and you don't know the words for reverse charges, and you're in some lonely skin joint in the middle of some poor slum, having just had every last cent robbed from you, and you call yourself a bodyguard, then you know you're a loser.
Hey, Matt. Can I buy you a beer?
Do I know you?
I don't think so.
Look, if you're gonna shoot me, make it quick, I'm a little busy.
If I was going to shoot you, I wouldn't waste a beer.
Wait, come on. I'm trying to dry out a bit, so just a soda, please.
Sure. Why don't you go sit down? Guaraná pra ele, chopp pra mim. Bem gelado. Interesting haircut, by the way. Meant to tell you that.
Yeah, well,
Wilson da Silva.
Very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, I think.
Although you'll forgive me if I promise never to employ you as my bodyguard. You did a great job watching after Rodrigo Bronco.
Fuck you.
You were set up.
Bet your ass I was.
Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen this guy? Serrano.
Yep. He's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, you sure put his gang out of business. But don't worry, those guys, they're a small fry. This is the guy I'm interested in. Neves. And this is his little buddy here. Milo Hegel. They work for this vigilante group, Crasha Preto.
Yeah, I know him.
Well, they're very popular with right-wing politicians, like Victor Bronco. Now, you see, many years ago, he helped clear some villages on a bit of land Rodrigo Bronco wanted to develop.
Rodrigo Bronco?
Yes, he did some very bad things. Anyway, have you ever seen this guy?
Maybe at the stadium.
I knew you were involved in that business. You know, I wanted to investigate that, but I got an order to blame it on some local street kids instead. Tell me, what happened there?
Nothing. We simply went to hand over some cash to this guy's clowns for a ransom exchange when this guy's clowns jumped us and they shot everybody.
Apart from you and your boy Passos.
That's right. But we had to shoot our way out of there.
They let you go. It's okay, it's a little weird right now. But I know that Victor Bronco is involved in all this. I just don't know how or why. And I know that the UFE are involved in all this as well, but I just don't know how or why. And you know what's gonna happen? The moment is gonna come along when I put all these pieces together, and at that moment, someone is gonna come along and put a bullet in my head. Anyway, listen. I think you might want this.
Thank you. I'll need it.
And if it's Fabiana Bronco you've come looking for, I think she's up the hill.
So why don't you just go get her?
I don't know. I'm a cop. I mean, I'll fight corruption. I'll stand up to the rich and dumb, but if I go up that hill right now, I'll be dead in 3 minutes or less. Maybe you too, Max. You're in the jungle now.
So it appears.
If you survive the next hour, let's speak. You helped me. And I'm gonna do what I can to help you. Good luck.
I didn't know what to make of what this guy had just told me. What was true and what was just someone else's convenient bullshit. Then some less than friendly locals came in and found me in the wrong mood to party.
Peraí. Olha quem tá aí. E aí, gringo? O que você tá fazendo aí?
No comprende. Leave me alone.
Você tem alguma coisa pra mim? Do you got something for me?
For you? I'll tell you what I got. I got a gun, and if anybody thinks they're gonna take it from me, they'd be dead wrong.
Jesus Christ, dude. I hate it.
Oh, the sawed-off was there.
Are we gonna be forced into using the shitty revolver now?
Eu não vou falar de novo. Cala a porra da tua boca.
I mean, I don't know what happened, but
worse taking
Max
some
runs faster
medication
now.
if
I guess
everybody in
after
that place
losing the
hadn't been
hair,
trying
he
to
has a lot
kill
less
me.
weight, slowing
It
him
was
down.
Monday
so.
afternoon, and I'd already been thrown out of a party, gone to a strip club,
Pretty
and
good.
got into a bar fight.
It's
This
the
latest midlife
aerodynamics.
crisis was certainly ticking all the boxes.
É o gringo! Ah, não sei! Tô vendo porra nenhuma! A gente desce ou não? Foda-se! Isso aí já era, não vale a pena não. Tá certo.
The fireworks display was clearly in my honor, making sure everyone knew to roll out the red carpet for their surprise guest. I was walking into another not-so-welcome party. These hoods didn't look like Commando Sombra. Not that I was gonna get picky. This was clearly their turf, and I'd just shot up their favorite skin joint.
This region is gonna suck. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
I wonder why those bottles on the ground have such a distinct outline.
They don't explode.
ele, filho da puta!
I was getting nowhere fast. The cold turkey was messing with me, like I was looking through another man's eyes. I needed to focus. I could hear a woman screaming. I thought I'd found Fabiana, but instead I'd stumbled across some testosterone fest. A bunch of young punks with guns killing time the only way they knew how. Nova Esperanza wasn't exactly a dinner and movie kind of place. I recognized the hoods who jumped me earlier. I was trying to decide whether to crash this party or turn back, when my natural grace and finesse made the decision for me.
Oh my god, dude. So bad. Oh, Jesus Christ, they can do that?
Por que você não luta que nem homem? Luta cobertura! Não se preocupe, eu te protejo!
Love it, Chris.
Está aí, maluco? Vai em frente! 1980 já acabou. Tem essa de vir pra aqui, não.
Jesus Christ, that angle. This is a bad idea. They can just keep making me. It's a bad jump, by the way. You land there. Oh my god.
Fabiano's market value was falling by the second. I had to get to Serrano before he dumped his stock.
Suppose we can try it. The default to this one.
These bastards looked different, tougher, more capable. They didn't look like Serrano's boys, but I could tell I was moving up the food chain. I hoped Fabiano wasn't going to be served up come feeding time. I was running the risk of becoming too clear-headed. There was no need to announce my arrival in that part of town. I'd drawn more than enough attention already.
numa loira gelada. Você falou que ia buscar, porra? Pô, eu falei que vai ser otário aqui 3 vezes, aí até agora nada.
Vai tomando seu cu, rapaz. Vai buscar cerveja cedo.
Que porra que estão fazendo lá embaixo? Sei lá, os malandros matariam sua mãe por uma trouxa de maconha. Mandou você. Ah, eu não ouço mais tiro.
Mas mando eu, mando você.
O delegado
Mete fogo nele! Ele tá aqui, caralho! Acorda! Vai!
Soccer had gotten Claudio away from the favela, but it hadn't gotten him far enough. I couldn't imagine his death had done much to boost the CS's approval ratings in that part of town. Giovanna, charity worker and socialite. Work with the poor and play with the rich. You try to live in two worlds. Eventually you're gonna get your life ripped apart.
Okay. I mean, like, it looks like we're gonna go here, but I guess we're not.
Vai voltar pra casa e não pode fazer de madeira, seu filho da puta!
Mostra sua cara, seu covarde!
This sucks.
machucado? Eu consigo ver o medo nos seus olhos, seu otário.
Oh no. That was so sad.
Tudo nós atrás de você! Vacilão, saiu do show, revolucionou, quebrando os orelhão. Deitou na calçada, só mija.
Ouvi essa, seu filho da puta.
Caralho! Caralho, porra! Me dê cobertura e eu acabo com isso! Pode ir, eu cuido daqui, agarrou!
Nice choice of weapon there. Amazing.
Os vagabundos vão, as minazinhas vêm, atrasalado não, cê sabe qual é, sim, mó satisfação, simples, direto, de coração.
I'd seen enough. If these drugs didn't have a doctor's name on them, I wasn't interested. Cigarettes. Fireworks. I couldn't find any clues in this place, so I decided to do my bit for the drugs trade. That much security, it had to be Serrano's pad. Since I was in the neighborhood, I figured he wouldn't mind if I dropped in and thanked him personally for his hospitality. It wasn't like he wasn't expecting me.
Oh my fucking god. What the fuck are we doing? Nice. Not for me. Fuck, I don't see where I'm being shot from.
I had to hope the king was in his castle. As I approached the spot, I could hear raised voices. Then I saw that Marcello had turned up with a suitcase full of money along with Fabiano's sister, Giovanna. I only understood a little, but things were not going well. I wasn't expecting quite so many armed goons, but there was no backing out now. I would just have to act harder than I felt.
Put the guns down! Let the girls go. No one needs to die, asshole. Tomar no cu, seu gringo de merda. Vou matar. Don't you kill her! Don't you? Okay. Seu filho!
Atividade! É a porra da UFE! Ó, você fica com o gringo! A gente olha quanto tem depois, vamos nessa, caralho! Atividade! Atividade, caralho!
Seu filho da puta!
Here I was again, with all hell breaking loose around me, standing over another dead girl I had been trying to protect.
I'll give you a minute, buddy.
We'd only been married a short time. By now, she had been dead longer than I knew her. I still hadn't really forgiven myself for the Mona business, but I knew that was just grief. The insanity that comes with losing the life you had built. Michelle, I missed her with every part of my being. I hated the world for not killing me with her, and I hated myself for allowing this to happen to her and our little girl. But I knew I had to leave town.
Excuse me. Max Payne?
Somehow, I didn't think he was about to tell me I'd won the lottery. All of a sudden, I didn't need that time by myself. Passos was down the hill and I had to catch up to him.
Actually, I'm gonna stop here. Continue from here next time. I mean, if you think of it as like a, I guess like a surprise. If you think of it kind of like a rail shooter, not that I've ever played one of those, but moving around kind of sucks unless you continue moving. Only then can you move with any speed at all. Like if you reverse direction, you get this awkward pause. Slow-mo is essentially almost removed from the game. You get a little bit of it. Easy to forget about it because it's so rare. Shot dodge, I guess, is still cool, I suppose. I mean, it's kind of rare that the situation is right for it. I suppose you can find some fun in this game if you sort of don't think about it like a Max Payne game at all, and you just think of it like a you just stand still and shoot them, you know? You slowly walk around corners, and then you also shoot at the enemies as soon as they appear. You suppress them a little bit, and then you do that with the micro Uzi, and then you get some headshots randomly. I suppose that's like okay, but it's an incredibly bad sequel to Max Payne.